I was responsible and I made it home. Hey, it's Prince of Queens, and I just figured I would give a little post New Year's Eve video, stream of consciousness, unscripted, because I just wanted to mention to everybody that I did, in fact, go down to Portland and go to Jeff and Memorie Holiday's meetup, and it was super fun, and I totally enjoyed myself, etc. So yeah, I went down there, and I was one of the first people there. The first other person that we found was a girl named AJ on Twitter. Keep forgetting what her real name is. I think it's something different. Anyhow, she was super cool, and we talked to her for a long time. She was in touch with Jeff and Memorie, and they were running a little bit late, so we got to know her. That was cool. And then Jeff and Memorie showed up right around the same time as a bunch of other people showed up. There was seriously, I think, at least 20 or 25 people there. So it seemed like Jeff and Memorie were having a totally good time talking to all these people, and they had all this stuff to talk about. So I talked to them a bit, but not like a whole bunch, because I wasn't going to be like, hey, Jeff, talk to me. I want to talk to you about the one thing, because it was like there was all these people that wanted to talk to him, and he was obviously having a great time. And I trust that I'll get a chance to talk to Jeff and Memorie in some point in the future. And so I actually had to go to some New Year's Eve parties. It was quite funny because okay, so we're at the party, and everybody was really, really nice. But I was like the only gay guy there, me and my friend. And that's fine. I wasn't, expecting there to be some big gay contingent, to be perfectly honest. Nothing against Jeff and Memorie. They're not like, super straight people by any means. I don't think so. But that's just, just the audience. Mostly, my audience is mostly probably not gay. So, it's just, that's just what I was expecting. But everybody was super nice and personable. There were a few people that, might have been slightly like socially awkward a little bit, but I would say almost everybody there was not people that were just total internet nerds that can't have a conversation in person. Like almost everybody there was totally chill and, the kind of people that you would normally hang out with at bars, which I think really says something about, YouTube. It's not like people will, if you tell someone that you're a YouTuber, a lot of people will think of you in a weird way. But I think that what a lot of people need to realize is that a lot of people who really were very, very social people and have been through a lot in their lives have ended up on YouTube, especially people that are former less leftists and now maybe more center or alt-left or libertarian, or whatever they want to call themselves. A lot of those people have been driven to YouTube because their social spheres got really regressive over the past little while. And people like myself, we stopped going out. Not because we don't have good social skills, and maybe even we still have lots of friends, but it got to the point where we couldn't talk about things. And that was a universal. So I felt like this meetup was vindicating for me in the way that it was like, yeah, no, all these people are cool. They're the kind of people that I've hung out with in the past, and they're not just a bunch of YouTube nerds or whatever people would stereotype people as. It was great. It was awesome. So hung out with a bunch of mostly straight-ish people, as far as I could tell. And then my friend wanted to go to our friend's party right before midnight. So we had to take off, and then we got there, and it was a polar opposite thing. It was this gay guy who had a really amazingly nice apartment, like basically owned the entire floor of this apartment, and it was obscenely nice. And we watched the New Year's Eve special on this big screen TV, and Mariah Carey performed, and it was so bad. She was not even trying to perform well. It was really funny. So it was me and some gay guys and some girls, and we were all like just making fun of Mariah Carey, and like this girl and I, after over, this girl and I made the same joke at the same time. We were like, somebody's gonna get killed tonight. And we were like, oh. So it was such a funny thing. It was like, we're at this party where there's no gay guys, and then we go over to a gay guy party and we're making fun of a pop diva together, and then we ended up at some other party, and yeah, so that was my New Year's. I had a great time. I didn't get wasted. I had to come back up, and I was responsible for one of the few times in my life. When I party, I tend to party pretty hard, but I didn't, and I was in bed by 5 a.m., which is not really that late for me on a New Year's. So what else? Let me think. I was just going to say a little bit about 2017. I plan to keep doing a lot of videos. When I have time, which should be most of the time because of my life circumstances, which I won't get into, I'll still be making a lot of videos. You guys are more than welcome to sign up for my Patreon, even though I haven't really developed my page because I don't really know how it works very well. It's kind of a confusing site. I thought it would be easier. You can also chip me some dollars on PayPal. Both of those things are on my page, in my banner. When you go to my homepage, you'll be able to see it underneath my banner art. And I want to say that similar to somebody like Dave Rubin, I criticize the regressive left and the left in general because that's what I feel like I understand the best and what I have the most influence on. And so, when I criticize my side, I am doing so because because I have a higher standard, and I'm trying to hope that these people end up following the principles in which I abide by overall. So that's what I do. Some people have wondered, am I going to start criticizing the right more because now that they're in power, which I will. I'm not saying I won't. If there is something that I see that's like ridiculous and I can take it apart piece by piece the way that I do with other things, if I feel like I can, if I feel like I have a good logical argument to attack something with, I'm going to do it. So don't you worry about that. I made my video about the growing white nationalist movement and what I think it's really all about. And as I see things like that happen more and more, I'm going to be on it. So, you're more than welcome as my audience to tweet at me or leave in the comments. Actually, it's getting better now that you might, if you really have something to say to me that you want me to look at or something, you should probably tweet it at me, because the comment sections are starting to get to the point where it's hard for me to read all of them. Though maybe that will be like that on Twitter too. I don't really know. So yeah, I want to hear from you, and I want to know what you're interested in me talking about, what's concerning you. Chances are, if it'll be concerning me too, hopefully. So that's my 2017. I have a lot more stuff that you'll hear about. Remember, I do have a full-length screenplay that I really, really want to get produced. So again, if you know how to seriously get a movie made, talk to me, because I want to get this done. And it's loosely inspired by Anita Sarkeesian. It's a much younger character who's kind of a much better person, and it's basically like a warning manual, guide, cautionary tale for somebody who is interested in pursuing social justice on the internet. I would want, if somebody was to tell you, if you met a 20-year-old that would say, I want to start a social justice feminist channel, you would say, watch this movie first. Hopefully, if it's good. I mean, I don't know. It's my own work. Maybe it sucks. But if you're watching my channel, maybe you think that I'm kind of a somewhat okay writer. So if you like my channel, you'll like the movie. I guess I can promise that much, because I've been writing scripts a lot longer than I've been making opinion videos. So yeah, that's all. I will look forward to talking to all you in the future.